Hey guys, do you struggle with top cutting? Do you want to be more efficient? Do you want control over your end product? Well, check out this exercise that we use in the school to help people become comfortable with those two things. Practice makes perfect. Stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Monday class. My name is Vinny, here representing Shark Fin. If you haven't watched one of our videos before, sometimes we have live models, sometimes we have mannequins. Today, I want to break down an exercise that I teach the students at the school that I work at that helps them become comfortable with top cutting. I teach this separately so they can get used to the tools that they're going to be using, positioning, sectioning they're going to be taking, and get a strong understanding of a procedure that can help them move efficiently with control, because that's what we're looking for. We don't want to guess, and we want to have an idea of what the outcome is going to be. So I'm actually going to break this down. We're going to use a comb to start. I have my mannequin set up in a center profile guide. If you're not familiar with that or you haven't used that yet, it's going to be a guide, a vertical guide that we're going to use right down the middle. One of the easiest ways you can get this guide is basically taking the sections on the inside of the eyebrow for the mannequin or the client when you go to use this on them. So we're going to start with the center profile guide, and I'm going to walk you through, just with a comb, this exercise that you can use to get you used to the starting point. So here's what we're going to do. When cutting, we don't like to go past the second knuckle for various reasons. So this exercise will help you take appropriate sections, and we're going to use some of the basic principles that we use in cutting. So we're going to try to tie in a lot here. I'm going to first start, I put my index finger on the outline where I'm going to start, and then I'm going to take my comb, and then again I'm going to use my second knuckle as a measurement. So I'm going to stay below that for my first section. I'm going to go straight down, scoop, and I can feel the comb hit my finger. At that point, I'm going to come up, and I'm going to take my pointer and my thumb. I'm going to run my pointer on the outside, on the spine of the comb, and run my thumb at the top here, slide, pinch, pull, and this is going to give me my first section. When I go to comb, I'm going to flip to the other side of the comb, use that side with more tension, comb to organize, and I'm just going to let the hair hang over so then I can reset, and then I'm going to put my finger directly under the comb and follow up, stopping short with my fingers and then following through with the comb here. I'm going to put the comb in my thumb, and then I'm going to take my fingers and pretend to cut. We don't have scissors right now. This is just to get used to sectioning. So if this hair was cut, I'm going to take 3/4 of it away using that same method with the sectioning. And now I'm going to take 75% of it away. That's the cut hair. Leave 25% for the next section, and then I'm going to repeat. Put my pointer finger at the back of section 1. Go straight down, scoop, hit my finger, I can feel it. I'm going to go up a little bit, slide, pinch, pull to get unwanted hair out. Switch, following up, comb here, get my scissors ready, cut, section, and then we're going to repeat the process. So I'll show you a little faster now. We'll use this behind the chair, and I use this with mid to long lengths. The center profile guide gives you a very strong idea of the length that you're going to leave on the head, and as a student or a new barber, that's very important to be able to see. And this is all to be able to establish a guide on the top. So I don't jump right to scissors with students on top cutting. They've learned how to handle scissors in other exercises And then I separate the sectioning as I'm showing you guys here. And then we include the scissors later. So this is one exercise. If you're really struggling with top cutting, we're just going to start with getting that center profile guide and then moving through that exercise. Not having scissors in your hands allows you to focus more on what the comb's doing, holding the hair appropriately in your fingers, getting the right section, moving it back, and then moving that traveling guide to give you, so you know exactly what you're going to be cutting. That gives you the control and that precision that you're looking for. All right, so let's add in some shears. That's just the first part. I really encourage my students to follow through with this. After I teach them, we have them spend time doing this in school, isolating this exercise along with the other things that they've learned. And then after they learn this with the scissors, practicing this, once a day until they get it down. So let's add in the shears now. I'm going to try to get this for you guys so you can see it. I'm going to show you head on, and then I'm going to show you on the side as well. So now that we have shears in hand, I'm going to palm them. 2 ways to palm. Okay, close, and then this gives me control with my fingers, or we're going to flip them down, and then this gives me control as well. So with this hair, it's long enough where I would want to flip them down and keep the shears out of the way, so we're going to start with that. And I'll show you how now we move through. Again, now that the shears are in my hand, I got to manipulate the comb a little bit differently. And this is where you'll be able to see that guide be very helpful when we're coming in. So now that I'm moving back, as I follow the comb up, I can see that guide, so I know where to stop short with my fingers. Hands parallel to the head and to the floor, shears parallel to my fingers to create a nice cutting line. Again, keeping about 25% and moving that back. Yep. Organize the hair. Can clearly see my guide. Following the comb up. Fingers are parallel to the head. Shears parallel to fingers. If you struggle with holding both the shears and the comb, again, go back to just practicing with the comb. And then we're going to end at the crown. So I go bang to crown. And then again, I'll show you this from the profile as well. And then I'll show you how to widen it. Oop. Okay. Here's the line. And now you'll notice I get a nice straight line here. So the bang was over directed, little high spot, and then we can just clean that up. All right, show you from the side this time. Move a little faster, and then we'll show you how to widen it. So we're going to reestablish a guide here. Coming up. And then taking that 25% back, finger at the top of that last section. There we go. With shorter hair, we're going to have to do something different. But for our purposes today, with a mid to long length hair, we can go through this procedure. Again, just working straight back to the crown in a very comfortable position the whole time. Clearly see my guide here. And right back to the crown. Great. So that's what it looks like from the side. I'll show you now how we can widen it. So again, showed you step 1, keeping the shears out, just center profile guide, being able to take clean sections and follow through with your comb and your fingers. We're now going to take this section, split it, and from here, our guide will be coming from the center. After the initial cut, you'll have 2 guides, and I'll show you how that works. So we're going to go straight down, scoop up. Again, you can flip to the other side. This will help keep things nice and clean. Keeping things now, I want to make sure I'm wall to wall, parallel with the head. So from here, I will have 2 guides. I have a guide coming from center, and I have a guide coming from the front now. And once those 2 line up, you know you are clean to cut. Important with the comb, I'll show you this on the next one. When I'm taking my sections, I'm going straight down, scooping about the comb width and not dragging. Important to note, when you drag, you're going to over direct the hair, and then you're going to lose some of that precision. If you do that, when you go to cross-check your work, you'll see it. So, not the end of the world. And then as you notice, you can see the hair on the side falling out outside of my fingertips. That's a different section. So I'm not worried about that right now. And then I'm going to end at the crown. There we go. Let's show you the right side of the head. We're going to repeat. Over directing the bang straight up for now. That's what we want. Again, now that we have that first cut, I have 2 guides. Going straight down with a scoop, no drag. Making sure I'm not over directing any hair. Keeping my fingers parallel. Going to cut to the second knuckle here. Got a little bit of a bigger section. Move the fingers out. Don't want to cut that second knuckle. There we go. All right, and then wrapping this up. Cool, nice square cut here. We can bring this all back now. And turn. Pick up a section for the cross check. Work across the head here. This is the center, so that should be good. And now working back towards the left side, checking this hair. Good. Awesome. So when you get the mannequin head, obviously the hair is super long. So what I like to do, again, start with the center profile guide, even if the hair is coming all the way up. I'm going to practice this as many times as I can down the head to help with all of these different areas of cutting. So it's helping me understand where I am on the head, taking clean sections, and using multiple tools at the same time. So again, if you're struggling with top cutting, this is a great exercise to use, just breaking it down. And then when you get behind the chair, as soon as you understand through consultation what your client is looking to achieve, and you get that first cut done, you should be able to rock and roll. So again, if you guys are struggling with control, efficiency with top cutting, break it down a little bit, practice on a mannequin head, or grab a live model, grab a friend, try it out on them. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you guys again next week. If you have any suggestions, please drop a comment. Stay tuned. Have a great week. See you soon.